you to acknowledge that when it comes down to this late night reading, they have you on their mind, but they're not going to take any action towards you. I want you to realize that with the Queen of Cups and with the Queen of Pentacles, you have to let go of what no longer serves you, and you're specifically doing that, and that's why now they're paying attention to you. Why? Because you're finding independence specifically without them, and they see that. I want you to acknowledge that they know that you can offer them happiness, but at their convenience. What does that mean? It basically means that you can offer them happiness whenever they want, but they're not willing to offer you that. Let's dive in. I want you to realize that maturing is you letting that person go and knowing that you feel 10 times better without them in your reality. That is the overall energy that we have today for tonight's reading. I'm not gonna lie to you. I specifically feel that when it comes down to this energy, that person is completely feeling your disconnect. And I don't know, I'm specifically sensing that in the past few days, the past few weeks, you have been in this energy of feeling really drained with the people around you, to the point where you even feel like if somebody messes up just a little bit, you're going to basically cut them out of your reality because you are frustrated with everything. Okay, look, I'm gonna say it like it is. What matters first is how you feel about your specific person and what's currently going on. With the Ten of Wands and with the Queen of Cups specifically being right here, you're not supposed to carry burdens that are not meant for you. Okay, I want you to acknowledge that the fact that we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Wands right here not only are suggesting that you were the one that was trying to keep this alive, you were the one that was trying to hold on to this. With the Queen of Cups, you were neglecting who? You were neglecting yourself. And I feel like you do this with every single person. I feel like you tend to give, and you start to carry problems and energy that does not belong to you. I specifically want you to acknowledge that with the Queen of Cups being right here, you are no one's mom, you are no one's dad. Stop caring for people, or stop watering the plants that are not watering you back. Like I'm telling you, you have been neglecting yourself, or you have put yourself in this area of neglecting things around you that honestly, I am sorry to say, they are draining you. And I feel like this past person, this past situation, they did that a big time for you. They were draining you. They were basically taking your energy away. And now that you have completely pulled back with the Seven of Swords, they're seeing you as if you betrayed them. As simple as that. And I'm gonna say like it is. I feel like they are thinking about you, but at the same time, the thoughts that they are having about you are, why did they cut me off? Why did they even stop being friends with me? Why didn't anything happen? Anything happened because you know in your mind and you know in your heart that it was their actions, it was what they were doing to you that made you stay stuck in your life and made you stay stuck in the energy of not growing. I want you to acknowledge that with the Seven of Swords, they had confusing behavior, and they could never give you a straight answer of what you guys were. And if they did, we're dating, we're together, they never made it seem like you were dating. They never treated you properly. They never made you feel loved. They never made you feel cared for until you realize that you were basically the one with the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Cups holding this together. And with the Seven of Swords, now they see you as, oh crap, I betrayed them, right? And then we also have the underlying energy of the Eight of Swords right here. Not only to me, it definitely signifies that for a while you've been trapped under this mental headspace, or you've been trapped feeling about them, or wondering what's going to happen with them, or they could also be feeling this energy about you. They could be feeling trapped. They could be feeling in this mindset of, why did they cut me off? Why did he cut me off? Why did she cut me off? You cut them off because you specifically know that they weren't serving you any good purpose, right? And I feel like they know that it was actually their actions and repercussions that caused you to walk away, but they don't want to take acknowledgement for that, what they did, right? Or they don't want to feel like they're the ones to blame. No, you are the one to blame, right? I'm gonna say like it is. You have also been a lot on your mind lately in this negative mind space. I truly, truly need you to completely let that go. We have a lot of air and water energy, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, and the other air sign, I forgot what it is. I honestly did. Honestly, Aquarius, right? But with the High Priestess and with the Strength right here, I specifically feel like this person sees you as one of their lessons with the Strength, right? With the High Priestess, I also want to acknowledge that the fact that you could be thinking about them, the fact that you could be feeling their energies because they're kind of thinking about you too, or they're in a space of also feeling your energy. But I want you to acknowledge that this person is currently going through it in life. Like they're having a really, really hard time with the Strength being here and with the Four of Swords. And this goes back to that energy of you not being able to sleep, you not being able to have peace. With the Four of Swords, with the Strength, right now they're currently being put through trials and tribulations to build their character, that they're having a really hard time trying to understand themselves. And I feel like that's some sort of karma that's going on with them. I want you to realize that with the Four of Swords specifically also being right here, they could think about you late at night, and that's why late at night you get these urges of wanting to communicate with them, or get these urges of wanting to like go through their social media, or basically go through their old photos. I want you to acknowledge that with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, you also know and you also feel like this person has not done any change, and they're only gonna basically prevent growth in your reality. I want you to acknowledge that with the Strength and with the Four of Swords, they definitely see you more as a lesson, and they're in their mind way too much about what's gonna happen between the both of you, what's gonna go on, and what's basically gonna be the outcome. And that's coming from their energy, because with the Queen of Pentacles, they specifically see that with the Queen of Cups, you're now finally taking care of yourself, and they see how good you're doing without them, and they're not quite enjoying that, or how good you're having how good your life feels, how good your life looks without them in it. But of course my life feels good, my life is feeling wonderful because you are specifically not in it, right? And that's the energy that's being pushed out right here. I want you to acknowledge that we also have the Four of Wands right here. Not only are they seeing you have a good time, you could have gone out a few days ago, you could have had some sort of celebration, they basically see you having so much structure that they're having a really hard time building. Okay, look, the fact that you are building your independence, the fact that you are focusing on yourself is definitely making them feel some sort of way. No, I don't feel them coming back in. I honestly feel them being more on your energy, of them thinking about you, seeing what you're up to. But if I'm being fully honest, with the Four of Wands, with the Queen of Cups, with the Queen of Pentacles, you are leaving old cycles behind, and I feel like this person is not meant to come with you, because they did put you in this mindset of feeling or having a lot of struggle having to do with your mental state, and they would do that again all over again. With the Four of Swords, with the Strength, this person is currently going through their lessons, and they're basically suffering their karma. With the Seven of Cups and with the Sun being right here, they have seen you as somebody that can provide them happiness, but you have to realize that with this happiness, it's all an illusion. They're putting themselves under because they see you as you being convenient to them, but them not being convenient to you. So when they want you, when they want to feel you, when they want you, or when they want you, it's going to be when it's convenient to them, right? Not convenient to you. I want you to acknowledge to please set your boundaries and know that with the Seven of Cups, this person's even confused about their future, and they specifically do not know what they want, so they're just wandering through life. Take care.